Hello YouTube, this is Alex making the second video of the day via my car on February 19th, 2018. Welcome to the party, mental party. We're having a mental party via interwebs, via many electrical signals, ones and zeros translated into information, translating my thoughts into your ear holes, translating into your brainwaves, and then your consciousness understanding it. So, all a beautiful miracle. Soak it in. So, the thought that I had just had, what was I thinking? Oh yeah, so I was thinking about what, in the book by Ram Dass called "Be Here Now," it says, Baba Hari Das is instructing him, holding up his chalkboard, and the first thing that Baba Hari Das instructs him in the practice of Ashtanga Yoga, he writes, desires are traps. Desire is a trap. Second line, freedom from desire is moksha or liberation. Third line, I forgot what the third line was. I think all desires create the universe. That is, if you desire, or all nature is desire. Desire is the creator, desire is the destroyer, etc., etc. So, the point of that is that desire is built into the nature, built into nature itself. So if you have desires, don't worry about it so much. But I guess what he's saying is the way of transcending that, of the materiality of the world, is to rid yourself of desire. So you kind of, or around us, so you have to kind of go against nature a little bit. A lot of it, I think. And I think that there maybe is a correction. Maybe it can be used in that going against nature. I think a more accurate or a way of putting it is becoming more aware of the actions and consequences involved in the world, in the way that our psyches work with attaching to things and then suffering when it doesn't work out or whatever. So what Ram Dass is proposing is that it's possible to live in the world without so much clinging on to everything. And to do that, we have to get our lives together, kind of. So we're not just grabbing around at everything that comes our way and hoping it will fulfill us, which is suffering in a nutshell. And yeah, and so the thought that I had was, the other story that Ram Dass said was, he went to his guru and he said, "I'm gonna go meditate in this cave," and the guru said, "If you desire it." And Ram Dass got confused because he was like, "How could meditating be an ego trip?" As what his guru was implying. It was like, and then he thought about it, and he's like, even the desire to become enlightened can be an ego trip, and can give up your attachment to that as well. All this is easier said than done, and I'm kind of just talking, and sometimes I don't even really know what, I'm not certain about it, which is why I think that I'm talking about it. Maybe if somebody knows more clearly, then they can elucidate. For example, I have lots of desires, and sometimes I wonder if the desire is coming from a place of healthy, desire to, for example, like get enlightened or to do better or serve the world more, you know, or if it's or it can get a little confusing when it's like the moksha thing and uh yeah, ego tripping, I guess, and desires. And I think that the resolution of this issue is something as Ram Dass said is like, um, from standing from my perspective, there's two of me. There's who I still think I am, and there's who I actually am, the witness. And my life, or what he said, like who I actually am, in pure intuition or intuitive wisdom, or the way or the Tao or whatever. And so he says, because there's nowhere to stand, you stand in both, with both awarenesses of, you know, your social identity and then also your deeper self. And you can navigate the world through your social identity, getting, you know, seeking for the intuitive guidance. And then if you find something that feels like it's on track, then it's like go, 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 like continue with that path. Versus if you find yourself desiring something and it doesn't feel wholesome or positive or the right choice, maybe it's time to take a step back and choose no different route or something, and evaluate your intentions. And that is the summary of what I have been thinking about the ego and about living in the world and not pretending that we're fully enlightened beings when we're not, and also moving towards enlightenment. And and then I also had the thought, like, enlightenment, like what is enlightenment, you know? And something that Waylon Lewis said, it was like he got explained what enlightenment was. It was like when you're pulling up to a red light and you stop and you're fully there. And that's what enlightenment, like, according to him. So it's like, it's very simple, or it can be. Like, then it's like, okay, how can I get my life to the point where I'm living in that simplicity, breathing the cosmic energy all day, and instead of like suffocating it out with my own thoughts and desires. And in a way, it's like I have to do the dance of the society or whatever to set myself up to live a simple life. And I think that includes work too. And so, yeah. Oftentimes I try to go like way too big with my projects. Like, I'm going to change the world. I'm going to do a website where everyone can connect and form communities and do permaculture and stuff. And then I'm like, hold on a sec. I don't have any coding skills, and I actually don't like using computers at all. I get addicted to using them. I get addicted to Facebook and all this shit that is online. And so I'm like, well, why don't we use this to bring us together so we can live together happily? And then I start doing the project, and then I look for coders or something, and then just realize, like, I don't really care about this that much. Like, I care about living this in my life, like, and sharing it with people, and maybe maybe we can all set examples for each other. But I think it takes a level of honesty to be like, this is what I like to do, and this is what I'm good at, and this is what brings me into the present moment and makes me mindful and makes me feel connected to what I'm doing, as opposed to these ideas about what we could do or should do. There's all these ideas, and the inspiration sometimes isn't grounded for me. It's like too flighty, like way far away and in another galaxy. When I get to go to Hawaii, or when I get to go to India or something, and then I can finally be happy. But until then, I'm like just living in a false life of pretending like I'm okay with the compared reality to what I know, to what I am dreaming up in my mind, even though it's not there. And so then I have to like change my whole shit and change my framework about what I want and what I want to focus on. And so now I'm working on like getting a van, maybe getting a van, so then I can go explore these communities, and instead of coming at it from a perspective of already knowing so much, because I don't, just learning. Have a great day. Love you. Bye bye.